All right, good Tuesday evening, everybody. This is Storm Team 12 Chief Meteorologist Ken South. We are still watching a little bit of rain to the northwest of us, and as we broaden out the scene here tonight, you'll notice that there is more rain to the north and west in Arkansas, Oklahoma, southern Missouri. That's because we got a front here, and that front is moving towards Mississippi. That's why we expect our chance of rain to increase as we go through the next 12 to 24 hours. So we're going to call for at least 50% coverage, but it could be more than that in some places, and we could see a couple of stronger storms in the mix as well, especially in the Delta. There's going to be a couple of storms that will produce some gusty winds, maybe even a little bit of hail along that front for tomorrow. So the front, we now think, is going to slip all the way through Mississippi. It's going to keep low chances of rain in the forecast for the extreme southern part of the state, but the farther north you go, I think the drier it's going to be at the end of the week and going into the weekend, and temperatures behind the front will also start to trend downward just a little bit. So here's a look at Live Eye Max 12, and you'll see the rain mostly in Louisiana and Arkansas, but we do have a couple spotty showers now moving along the Natchez Trace from northeast to southwest, so moving into Claiborne County. Not much out there, and I think it is going to be pretty quiet for the rest of the overnight. Now that rain is not close to the airport, so it's still pretty warm out in Rankin County, where the temperature is taken. So it's 85 there now, but we'll be at about 75 first thing in the morning. And then tomorrow, yes, it's still going to be hot, but the difference is going to be that better coverage of rain. So because of that, no extreme heat warning, and our heat advisory has been pared down just a little bit. Now, it's still going to be in effect for most of us from mid-morning till about sunset. The heat index before the rain gets started is going to make it up over 105 degrees. But by the time we get to the weekend, certainly early next week, I don't think we're going to need heat advisories anymore. So positive developments here. We need the rain too, so the coverage going up over the next 12 to 24 hours is good. And watch what happens Thursday. The rain's going to come back, but it's only going to come back on the south side of the front, mainly south of I-20, and it's going to move south behind a north wind down towards the Pine Belt and the Gulf Coast. So again, the farther north you are, the drier it's going to be starting Thursday, going through Friday and the weekend. So here's a look at everything put together. There's your front coming in tomorrow with the better chances of rain. Now the front is going to help to steer Erin away from the east coast of the U.S. It's going to kind of pick it up and push it away. And on the back side of any tropical system, especially a hurricane, on the west side, you're going to get a dry north wind. So look at the wind coming onshore west of the hurricane. It's coming in from the north between the hurricane and the high pressure over the Great Lakes states. So that's good. That dry north wind is going to keep skies clear and temperatures down just a little bit over places like the Midwest, the Ohio, the Tennessee River Valley. Now, the farther south you go, you do get closer to that boundary, and you see those spotty showers popping up in Louisiana and South Mississippi. Here's Erin. Latest top winds are 100 miles per hour. It's still a Category 2 hurricane, but it's going to turn to the north. Then it's going to accelerate out to the northeast into the cold waters of the North Atlantic. Notice this is by late Sunday. It's going to be well to the east of Canada, headed into Europe as an extratropical cyclone. So it's going to lose its tropical characteristics over the cold waters of the North Atlantic. But at this time of the year, there's always another storm coming, right? Because we're just a couple weeks away from the peak of hurricane season. This storm in the mid-Atlantic right here, as it moves towards the northeastern Caribbean, it's got a medium 60% chance of development, and the one right behind it in the East Atlantic has a 30% chance of development. Now, here's the thing. The one with a 30% chance actually looks healthier, and in the near term, it's actually got a greater chance of developing. So honestly, we don't know which of these waves is going to develop first and get the next name. The next two names on the list are Fernand and Gabrielle. So I think both of them will ultimately get a name. We just don't know which one is going to be which just yet. So your forecast for tonight, fair 75 in the morning, fair after midnight. And then tomorrow we're going to see sun early, just like the past couple of days. But then that better coverage of scattered storms at 50%. So yes, it is going to be hot. The heat index likely 105. But a lot of us are going to be cooled down because of those storms tomorrow afternoon. And notice the chance of rain goes down. Temperatures are going to be trending downward, and we do have some indications that another front may be coming through by, let's say, the end of the weekend. And notice there is a difference there between the weekend and early next week. Temperatures continue to trend down. The humidity is going to go down, taking the chance of rain out of the forecast and giving us sunny skies. By this time next week, we could be looking at lows in the upper 60s and highs in the upper 80s, which overall would be about a 10-degree cool down from where we have been recently. So, again, that's great news. Also good news, it looks like that tropical weather is going to stay away from us. It doesn't look like any of those storms are likely to get into the Gulf at this point. So, good news for tonight. We're going to get some much-needed rain. Temperature's going to trend down. No tropical weather. So, yeah, that's fantastic weather news. And you're going to get your next weather update coming up early tomorrow morning with meteorologist Megan Hanna. Have a good night.